Today, we're talking about all of the drama surrounding Mama Owl and how the TikToker was called out by the internet for creating a video skit that reenacts a trans minor being essayed. This led to her being fired from her job as a teacher, and it came with a pretty messy response to everything. But I pulled together all the context behind this story, so by the end of the video, you can get caught up on everything that happened involving the TikToker Mama Owl. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Austin. I make videos staying caught up with the latest internet drama and news, so if that sounds like your thing, feel free to stick around. Today's story was sent to me by Ruweda, Wizzy Pabs, B, Trishy, Sydney, and Dilemma. If you ever come across something you think I should cover, don't hesitate to DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. Now, let's just get into it. But first, thank you so much for watching. So, who is Mama Owl? Well, she's a math teacher and a TikToker who became famous for creating skits based on traumatic stories that viewers would DM her. And her content is actually as interesting as it sounds. Here's a clip from one of her old videos that's been reposted recently.
Leave this hallway and do not come back. You can't tell me what to do. She can. She will. And the rest of us will make you go if you don't do it on your own. Guys, don't threaten him.
And here's another one of her skits. During this one, she acts out a situation where a child predator is being confronted about creating exploitative content involving a minor.
Miss Minx, you might want to take a look at this. Take a look at what? Oh my god! Oh, keep that thing closed. Bren, am I understanding this correctly that everyone in this room has seen your pictures? Yeah, I showed them to everybody. You are the one who showed her pictures to everybody in this room. They didn't all get sent the pictures, you showed it to them. Every educator in this room has a vested interest in Bryn's well-being. I would believe that if you weren't sitting in this room redistributing child as some kind of weird form of shaming. But I'm not, I swear. Bryn, make no mistake, you are not. This was a private exchange between you and your significant other, and that was nobody else's business. Unfortunately, you became a victim in this, and that victimization went all the way up to her administration. We are not making her into a victim. She kind of did this to herself. Bryn, do you have any idea who the source of all of this is? I don't want to get her in trouble. She's my friend. Honey, believe me, she is not your friend if she is distributing private pictures of you, and if you were both adults, this would be a felony. Who did this? Elise. Okay, you are coming with me. You can all stay in this office, and I'm taking this with me. Now, who wants the pictures? Oh, your ick knows no bounds, but no, I don't have your password. I'm taking it so no one else can look at it until I get the cops here. Cops? What are you involving the cops for? This is a school disciplinary issue. This is possession and distribution of child something that I cannot imagine the administration in a school building would be party to, but I'm calling the cops on every single one of you and any student who had any involvement in this whatsoever. I will also be calling Bryn's mother so that she can press proper charges on all of you. Now look, Miss Minx, I think you're blowing this a little out of proportion here. This isn't pornography. This is a picture that a child sent to another child. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but every person in this room is an adult. Well, yes, but calling the cops on your ass. Let's go, Bryn. Oh my god, Miss Minx. Miss Minx, are you really calling the cops? Yes, I am, because this is a crime and you are a victim. Do you have your cell phone on you? We're not supposed to have our phones on us. That's the least of my worries. Do you have it with you? I want you to call your mom while I call cops. Oh, yeah, I do have it. Good. Call your mom. Tell her that you've had private pictures distributed by members of the staff as well as students in the school. You've got a teacher who's calling the cops on them, and you need her up here so that you guys can press charges, okay? Oh my god, how can something so humiliating be so badass at the same time? As long as justice is served. Yes, hi, I'm going to need a police officer and a social worker up to ABC school as quickly as possible. Yes, it is a matter of urgency. Yeah, Mom, I need you to come up to the school. But
despite how wild the content is, this style of making videos didn't become controversial for Mama Owl until just recently, around June 28th, 2024. And this is because an old video from 2022 resurfaced, which shows Mama Owl recreating a story that portrays a trans minor being essayed. Major content warning before I play the video. It's both cringe and incredibly disgusting, whether you're sensitive to the topic or not.
No, but I mean, at least my mom is all of you are tardy. That does not sit well with the Lord. You. What? You said you're trans? That's right. Well then, you want to act different? You can be treated different. Get in here. Hey, God, it's not my fault I was late. Of course it was. You're going to pay your penance now. It's too bad you're trans. I can't get the full effect. Please stop. You're making me I'll take the charge. Send me to the office. It's too late for that now. What are you? I said it's time to pay your penance. No, don't touch me! Ugh!
This video coming back up created a massive wave of backlash for Mama Owl. And in this video we'll watch in a second where she addresses everything, she mentions that it was originally uploaded in 2022. But before we see what else she said, I have to note that a couple days after this video popped up, a lot of the momentum behind the backlash on TikTok started after this video by the creator Noah Glenn Carter covered the situation.
People are upset with TikToker Mama Owl because of this video.
It's too bad you're trans. I can't get the full effect.
So this TikToker named Mama Owl basically does skits that people send in to her. Well, in one of these skits that she did, someone basically shared their story about being essayed, and Mama Owl reenacted it a little too good. Now, this video is a year old, and nobody really said anything about it until now, because Mama Owl is a teacher, and apparently some of her students started sharing that video around in an attempt to get her fired from her teaching job. I can't share the video here, but just search Pay Your Penance if you want to see it. Now, the students doing this prompted Mama Owl to publicly address this whole situation, and in her video, she kind of just blames the students for all of this, even though she's the one that recorded and publicly posted the video. She also sort of calls out people who were going at her for the video. She goes on to share some of the DMs that people have sent her because of that video. Now, her doing this has caused a new wave of backlash, as the penance video is getting shared everywhere, as well as other ones of her old skits that are questionable at best, because people, I guess, just don't want her to forget that she made these videos.
Following this, on July 1st, rumors began to spread that Mama Owl was fired from her teaching job, with this screenshot of her alleged LinkedIn being shared. And TikTok's using the video sound as a meme spread the news further.
You're going to pay your penance now. It's too bad you're trans. I can't get the full effect. Please stop. You're making me. I'll take the druggies. Send me to the office. It's too late for that now.
The next day, on July 2nd, Mama Owl uploaded a 5.5-minute video on TikTok in which she addresses everything. However, she blames the hate on this situation where she calls out spammers in chat during a live stream.
Here on my page, I make skits. People send me their stories and ask me to tell them, and I do. Recently, I've been asked a lot, Mama Owl, what did you do? Why is everyone giving you so much hate? Let me show you, because I have it recorded. 2 minutes into my life. And then 9 minutes later, after I tolerated all of it.
Spam. Ugh, the spammers.
That's it. That is what started all of the hate. That's it. I told a spammer to stop spamming on my live stream. What were they spamming? The Brisket song. Every year, every month, there is something new that kids latch onto and they go into people's lives and they spam it. We were having a really nice conversation and I couldn't catch the comments that were asking me genuine questions because of it. So I said, stop spamming. And here's what's happened. They have taken my content, my profile picture, my likeness, and they're turning it into content designed to upset me, designed to bully me, designed to dehumanize and degrade me. And they say that I deserve every single bit of this because I told somebody to stop spamming the conversation in my live stream. But it doesn't even end there.
She then goes on to describe a second live stream, which she claims is the reason why Christian trolls are coming after her platform.
In a subsequent live, I acknowledged the trolls. My bad. I acknowledged that they existed. But somebody in that live stream, I believe, genuinely asked about my religious affiliations, to which I told them I'm atheist. Of course, the response that I got from dozens of those trolls was, find Jesus, I'll pray for you, or you need God in your life. And I did respond, because I'm allowed to, on my own page. And I told them that all religions, literally all of them, operate with the perception that the world is on some kind of vertical moral hierarchy, where you're doing tasks or jobs, or ministering or outreaching to try to achieve your own sense of moral high ground. But the reality is that we are on a horizontal morality spectrum, because I have fucked up and they have fucked up and you have fucked up. We have all fucked up. We've all done good and we've all done bad. And if we just acknowledge that we're all human, we don't need to worry about what anybody else believes, because if we are being a good person, that should be enough for us. But the hate pages kept hating, the hate comments kept coming, and unironically, at least half of them have a Bible verse or a reference to Jesus or God in their bio. And it continued to spiral from there. What I found really interesting, I posted a skit almost 2 years ago now at the behest of a trans person who wanted someone to bring to light the violence that trans people have to put up with, specifically in religious spaces. And I did that. And one part of it started with a full 30 seconds of me giving the trigger warnings, the content warnings, the this is not for kids PSA. I was then informed by a parent at the school I work at that her own son and his friends had taken that video and were sending it to all of their friends and trying to get me fired. That video has not been on my page for over a year. But somehow it's being recirculated again, and I am being called all manner of evil things. So if that mom is still on my page, you might want to go talk to your son again, because clearly he saved that video and is part of this process. But oh, it doesn't even end there. Because here are some of the messages that I have recently gotten. Now, mind you, this is just a small sample of the messages that I have gotten somehow since turning my DMs completely off. But I'm sensitive, right? I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive. Now, I am thankful that words like this don't eat at my soul and they don't eat at my heart. But what I can't help thinking is that all of these people who are saying these things have likely endured this type of treatment so much in their own lives that they feel like they don't have any other option but to bleed it out into others. And that kind of treatment, that kind of behavior is what I work to bring awareness to on my page. Not for the kids. The kids are literally going through it. I make my content for the adults so that they know what their children are going to face every single day in and day out, because this is what the internet looks like. Now, I will admit, this entire situation has created an inconvenience for me as well as my genuine followers, in that we can't really access each other right now because I've had to shut everything off, because I have had dozens of followers also commenting, asking, can't I put a stop to this? I can't give them a conscience. And because I've put in more than 300 new filters and they keep finding essentially benign words to continue saying they're really perverted and disgusted things in my comment section, the only way I could protect my followers was to shut all of it down. Now, I want to make it abundantly clear. If you or your child's page was featured in this video in any capacity, do not come to me and ask for me to take this down, because they are clearly capable of making their own decisions. You're clearly capable of making your own decisions, right? These are the choices that you have made. This is what you're putting out into the world. You have freedom of speech. You do not have freedom from consequences. So if consequences come your way as a result of your choices, I'm sorry, but take accountability for that. For those wondering, I'm not going to stop making my content. I'm not going to stop making my skits. Just like always, they will be sometimes posted back to back to back and sometimes sporadically, because I have a life and I have kids. And I'm not chronically online, as some of you claim, just because I see you actively following me and just go ahead and block you immediately. I have a life. So my skits are going to continue, regularly scheduled program, but unfortunately, for now, everything has to be shut down. Have a good day.
So it's up to you to decide whether or not you think her intentions behind making these TikTok skits are genuine. But shortly after this response video was shared by Mama Owl, either TikTok or herself decided to suspend or ban the account. In the week since then, fake Mama Owl pages have been popping up, trying to use an older video of hers where she's talking about a separate controversy. Now, over on TikTok, the audio from the video that was called out is making the rounds as a viral sound.
You're going to pay your penance now. It's too bad you're trans. I can't get the full effect. Please stop, you're making me.
But with that, we're pretty much caught up on all of the drama surrounding Mama Owl and how the TikToker was called out by the internet for creating a skit in a video that reenacts a trans minor being essayed, which led to her being fired from a teaching job and a less than polished response to everything. But now that you know pretty much everything about this situation, I need to know, what do you think about everything? Do you think it was fair for her to get fired from her teaching job? And do you think Mama Owl's style of making content is beneficial to spreading awareness of these issues? Let me know that, along with any story updates or things I missed, down in the comments. If you want to get caught up with even more internet drama and news, subscribe to either channel to catch the next story, and check out any of my recent videos. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.